Welcome back to MarketStrat Pulse Insights. I'm your AI host, Marcus, and today we are diving into our latest Pulse research note for the week ending February 27th, 2026. We're talking about a massive, industry-shaking shift in healthcare technology. For a long time, artificial intelligence in medical imaging was treated like a shiny new toy or a standalone point solution. But our research shows a major plot twist. Imaging AI is officially becoming infrastructure. It's no longer just a cool app you install. It's becoming the fundamental operating system for hospitals. Let's kick things off with a huge, late-breaking update that proves this exact thesis. Right as this report was going to press on March 2nd, RadNet announced it is acquiring the French radiology AI company Gleamer for a massive $250 million. Why is this the deal of the year so far? Because RadNet is taking Gleamer's high-volume AI tools and plugging them straight into its DeepHealth subsidiary. This creates what is likely the biggest radiology AI portfolio on the planet by scan volume. DeepHealth isn't just a collection of screening tools anymore. It is evolving into a comprehensive AI operating system designed for everyday, high-volume radiology. This deal is the ultimate proof that AI is now being bought for massive scale and distribution. Speaking of scale, let's talk about how hospitals are literally finding extra capacity hidden in plain sight. This brings us to GE Healthcare's new 10-year care alliance with UCSF Health. Usually, a hospital buys a new MRI scanner, and that's the end of the transaction. But GE and UCSF are treating imaging as an operating model problem. They are focusing on remote scanning support and standardizing workflows. Here is the magic math behind this. If a hospital with a fleet of 10 scanners can just improve its uptime by 5% and speed up its cycle time by 3%, they can squeeze out about 4,400 extra scans a year. That is the equivalent of adding almost one entire new scanner's worth of capacity to the hospital, but without spending millions of dollars to actually buy a new magnet. This virtual capacity is the new holy grail for hospitals dealing with constrained labor markets. And what is the digital plumbing making all this possible? The cloud. Cloud migration is now the default path for upgrading hospital IT. For example, Sectra just signed a massive NHS trust for its OneCloud enterprise imaging system. Moving to the cloud is a brilliant move because it drastically reduces the friction of system upgrades and creates the perfect foundation to seamlessly plug in these new AI modules at scale. Now let's look at the rule makers, the FDA. The regulatory world is currently splitting into two distinct lanes. The really exciting news is the clearance of qXR-Detect, which includes 6 indications in one go, but more importantly, it features something called a PCCP, a Predetermined Change Control Plan. Think of PCCP like a blueprint that lets AI companies push out faster updates and iterate on their software without having to constantly beg the FDA for a new clearance every single time. This means the real winners in the future won't just be the ones with the best initial algorithm, but the companies who can continuously update their software across a massive network of hospitals. Finally, let's step out of the radiology reading room and into the operating room. In the minimally invasive surgery, or MIS space, companies are rapidly consolidating. Quantum Surgical just acquired New Wave Medical, effectively bundling robotics together with ablation tools. These surgical platforms are converging into fully bundled ecosystems of devices, data, and imaging guidance. The strategic twist here? Because these surgical platforms are getting so advanced and expensive, they are now directly competing with imaging IT projects for the exact same hospital capital budgets. To win that budget, vendors will have to prove they can save the hospital money across the board, like reducing complications or cutting down expensive operating room time. And that's the pulse for this week. The big takeaway? The game has changed. Whether you're a hospital moving to the cloud to find hidden capacity, or an AI vendor realizing that distribution is your true moat, infrastructure is king. MarketStrat will be putting out a dedicated deep dive research note on that massive RadNet and Gleamer acquisition, so be sure to look for that on AlphaSense or visit marketstrat.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next Pulse.